Okay, so we are live.
Wow.
Aloha and welcome everyone. And welcome to my guest, Paula from HeKate's Crossing. Thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to sort of share.
Yeah, and we've just been chatting before we went live, and I do want to say hi to Luna if you're still here. If not, I know you'll catch up when we're on the recording later. But thanks for popping in. Yes, so we were just chatting, and it turns out that we have some really strong similarities in our work with helping folks on the other side cross over into the light. Oh, and here's Ginger. Aloha, Ginger.
Hi.
Hi, thanks for popping in. Thank you. And so we were just talking about how our work, I don't want to call it banishing spirits, but I want to call it helping them cross over. And it looks like Luna's still here. Hi. And yes, we both have experiences where we have gone out on paranormal investigations, and also in doing work with clients that have someone near them that perhaps needs to cross over. So, and we were just talking about grounding. So Paula, would you share with everybody your belief about the grounding?
Grounding to me is so important in whatever you do during the day, especially with being in a spiritual practice daily. I think the first thing in the morning is about me making sure that I'm not too much in my head, because I have a real habit. I'm a Pisces. I get myself being very, very dreamy, can be a bit sort of in my head a lot, just like dreamy in my head, not mentally, but dreaming. And so I have to make sure that I'm grounded. So it's bare feet, it's incense, it's crystals, it's sea salt or Himalayan salt with me. So yeah, I'm always making sure I'm grounded, because I can find myself very, very in the whirl.
It is so much more fun. It's so much more fun to be out there, isn't it? It's so fun to go out there.
Well, it's like your readings, when you're doing readings all the time, or you're playing with the cards. It allows you to be in that headspace where you are feeling that dreamy, and you're feeling that sort of that essence of spirit and energy and things like that. So I find for me to function, I have to be grounded. I have to have that balance. That chakra work is so important.
Yeah, so Ginger says, absolutely, grounding is important, especially these days. Girl, you said a mouthful there. Yes. It took me a really long time. I'm going to say I was in my mid-40s before I honestly understood grounding. When did you get it? Yeah, I'm going to guess you probably got it sooner than me.
In my 40s. Definitely in my 40s. It took me a very long time to get that balance.
Okay. So when you were younger, did you struggle with straddling the line? I always talk about how it's like, you see a road with the yellow stripe down the center of the road, and you walk down that road with one foot on either side of the line, one foot in the material world and one foot in the spiritual world. And Ginger Face says late 40s for her too. Okay, so this is a thing.
Yeah. Interesting.
So did you struggle? Did you find yourself when you were younger, and you guys too, Luna and Ginger, did you struggle when you were younger that being in the material world was no fun? Let's go to the spirit world. Oh no, this is too hard. Let's go back. I went back and forth and back and forth.
All the time, and felt like I was a sponge, like I was absorbing energy from all sorts of places and couldn't find a balance. I was yo-yoing backwards and forwards, energy-wise too.
Yeah,
my up and down. My mental thoughts were up and down. People thought I was absolutely crazy because I couldn't keep stable. It took me a very, very long time.
Me too. My mom's kahuna here in Hawaii. I was doing a session with him one time, and he said, well, he could tell that I had a really deep desire, but he didn't think I knew what I wanted to do. And he asked me, so what do you want to do? And I said, help people. And he said, help them do what? I said, find peace. And he said, well, then be peaceful. Oh man, it took me 5 years to figure out what he was talking about.
Well, I did a counselling course, a counselling course here in New Zealand. I actually did a counselling course where it actually helped with doing my readings and things like that, and that was helped me sort of get me into some sort of balance. It was really interesting to look at how to get that background knowledge in counselling.
Yes. Yeah. Well, my mom was a doctor of psychology, and she was probably the least grounded and most unbalanced person I've ever met. She was definitely, we were laughing about this earlier, she was the Heyoka spirit in Native American shamanism, and yeah, she was a good weather witch, and she could do some, she had some abilities, but man, she was not grounded and she was not stable. Holy cow. And yeah.
You know, like you learn the grounding and all that sort of thing, and you try it, and you try as best as you can, like with doing your readings and things like that. But I found that I fluctuated really quick, and it's taken me until my mid-40s to be able to go, okay, now I can stay grounded and not fluctuate so much. I don't feel like I'm fluctuating like I used to.
Right.
I think that's the difference.
It makes a huge difference. I could not agree more. And so we were talking about some of our adventures out doing paranormal things or ghost hunts or whatever you want to call it. And and we were also talking about how fluid our spirit guides are, and how in any given situation somebody may step in to help you. Do you have any who comes to help you when you're doing a paranormal kind of investigation?
Well, it depends. It totally depends. There's several guides that I work with at different times during different experiences. Like there's the Hajnaway that comes in. There's HeKate's that comes in. There was Vesta, who's no longer in the picture. She's sort of moved on. There is a grandfather. I'm not allowed to say I don't know his name. He's just grandfather.
That's okay. Yeah.
He comes in quite a lot in different aspects.
Yeah.
There's Buddhist monks that come in that seem to have a connection from a past life, which is really cool. They come in, especially when I'm doing a lot of the healing energy and things like that.
That's
really
cool.
Do any sort of healing in a space, whatever that may be. So that's really interesting. My grandfather comes in quite a lot. My aunt comes in sometimes. So I think different times, just depending on what's needed in that moment. And anyone else step in. I mean, I'm not totally closed to whatever it will be, but knowing that I'm protected, and whoever comes in is always done with light. It's always done with that loving energy.
Yeah. And wait, I have a thought, because we were talking about doing some live readings, and I know Luna said she can't stay for long. So Luna, if you have a question for us, I'm using a Native Spirit Oracle card, and Paula has got lots of cards, but we're using Native and Indigenous types of decks, so Native American and Maori. So if you have a question, if you would like and Ginger, you as well, if either one of you guys would like a reading, we're here and we're ready to roll. In the meantime,
keep asking the questions.
Well, yeah. So, of course, here in Hawaii. So, and yes, part of our conversation today was how we could be half a world apart from each other and still both reside in Polynesia. So the Polynesian peoples were voyaging warriors, so they traveled far and wide, and their influence is felt around the world. So yes, all over Polynesia, Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, New Zealand, and Hawaii is all considered, and I'm sure I'm missing some things. Probably Papua New Guinea, kind of on the verge, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, Luna, do you have a question, or would you just like a general? So, in Hawaii, our Earth goddess, well, one of our Earth goddesses, of course, is Pele, the volcano goddess that makes the land. So, do you guys in New Zealand have a Pele type goddess?
I don't deal with a lot of the goddesses, but I do have a Maori. I don't connect with a lot of the Maori gods and goddesses, but I do have this little deck with 22 Maori gods and goddesses. And so I think one that I sort of really connect with, I sort of really want to share with you, if I can just find her. Oh, that's what I pick up, is Marama, which is the moon goddess.
Oh, nice.
She's beautiful.
And let me pop up Luna's question. What do I need to know to advance myself in my spiritual journey?
Okay.
So,
whoa. Okay.
Do you have a jumper?
I have them.
It sounds like you didn't even get to touch the deck.
No, as soon as you asked your question, Luna, that was it. Boom. Okay. This is funny. I have to bend down. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm mixing my deck. I'm going to let Paula go first because she's got the tarot and whatnot. So I'll throw out a couple of signifiers. So what have we got? Ooh, we've got the pipe.
Yep, one of pipes. Ace of pipes. One of pipes. Okay, so it's telling us that there's a breakthrough for you at this time. It's like you're beginning something new, and there's like this breakthrough in some area. Okay, the next two cards. Sorry, I'm still bending down. Oh, third pile.
It's like an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, these two are together. Okay, now let me have a look at them. Yep, they certainly have a lot of space. Okay, firstly, we've got 4 of shields, which is about silence. So meditation, reflection, that taking that time out for self is going to be so important for you at this time, Luna. This is really important for you. Even though there's a breakthrough, remember to have in silence. Okay, sit quietly. Okay, here I got 10 of blades, they call it ruin. Okay, but it's upside down. So I feel like there is a sense of completion, like everything's coming together in a more, even though things are final, it's not as bad as you feel it is what I'm getting here. It's not as bad as it might feel. Okay, you might feel as though everything is chaotic and crazy and things are finishing, but it's actually not as bad as it feels. You know what I mean? This is a perspective. Okay, remember the blades are about your mind, your thoughts, your ideas. So it's about your perspective and how you're seeing things in that moment. So remember to be calm and relaxed and try and keep yourself centered. Okay, the next 3 cards we've got here is smoke signal. Okay, smoke signal is 8 of pipes. So it's about noticing the signs, noticing the direction you're given, the information you're given. Notice the signs. I think that's really important. That's the first thing I got in my head, was notice the signs. Okay, next part of this pile is Maiden of Vessels. Now, for me, when I look at this card, I get this heavy weight, like emotionally you're taking on a lot emotionally. So you need to release that in some way. You need to find a way to nurture yourself so that you're able to release that heavy burden that you're feeling, that heavy emotional weight is what I'm getting from this card. And so you've got the birds in the background here. Oops, the side, the birds. It's to me about being able to sort of fly free from that burden. Okay, that's going to be certainly important. So when you're noticing the signs that are going on and you're able to sort of release that stuff that's weighing you down heavenly. And the last card we have is the Two of Blades, which is travaux. Okay, travaux, which means like to travel, like the movement ahead. It's like having this is a journey that's been very difficult in some ways, in a perspective way. And so you're able to find yourself sort of moving ahead, finding a sense of inner peace in some way, trying to find a sense of direction that you actually want to go in. So overall, when I look at these cards, I'm looking at you knowing that you've actually got this breakthrough. You've got this movement forward. You've got this, definitely got these new thoughts and ideas and things coming into play, but you've got to allow yourself some silent time, because you're going, and things are not as bad as you feel they are. Definitely about noticing the signs that are coming to you. Like things are being offered to, I'm getting like things are being offered to you, and maybe you're not quite noticing the opportunity that's been given to you. So just take a nice deep breath, and I think that's going to allow you to see what's really important so that you can allow yourself to get rid of those burdens, that weight, that emotional weight. It's not a physical weight, it's just an emotional weight that's weighing you down. And you've got to allow yourself to fly free so that you can move ahead, have a sense of inner peace within oneself. So I hope that helps and gives you a little bit of a direction in what lies ahead, and it helps you cope better. Yes, they jumped out all at once in those piles. Yes, they jumped out at once in that pile.
That's so cool.
That's what Spirit does. So,
and I'm going to
goes whoosh.
So while Paula was doing your reading, I shuffled my little oracle deck, and I came up with this card. This card jumped, tribal spirit dancer. So that card jumped out, and that one I had to look up in the book, and it says, let go, say yes to life, be daring, dance to your heart's desire, unfurl your wings and fly. And interestingly, in this book, the description says, your native spirit wants you to know. And so you asked, what do I do on my spiritual journey? And so your native spirit wants you to know that you are on the planet to be free. You don't always need to meet the expectations of others. You're here to explore, expand, and step into your extraordinary self. And that to me felt really dead on, because when Paula started her reading, I was getting such a strong impression about to put other people's opinions and expectations of you on the shelf for now, to step into your own inner knowing. You know who you are. You know who you are. And it is time to turn your back on the limiting stories other people have told about you. And the card on the bottom of the deck of mine was smudging ceremony. So always a great thing to do. I think maybe at the new moon to set your intentions for your own freedom and your own release, and do your smudging with that one, if that makes sense. Oh, we have chills. We have chills going on.
And she said, yep, the card, if that isn't a message, yes, it was a message. I think together, those parts together make a fantastic whole, just a very inspirational message. Hopefully just allows you to do what's important to you too.
Yes, absolutely. I think, and I just keep, it feels like, to me, it feels like the pressure of a wave coming or the current coming. It's pushing me, wanting you to know that it is time for you to really step into your true identity, that it's really time for you to take ownership of your gifts and your talents and your abilities. And yeah, there's definitely some things that you'll probably want to walk away from in order to make that happen, and you're going to be okay if you do. And it's not necessarily a three-dimensional world thing. It's belief systems and things that you honor within you. I think it's time for a new paradigm, and you're going to be okay.
Good to know. I've been thinking about it. Oh, so everything made sense for you, Luna, today. That's good. It's good feedback. It's good to know that we're on the right track.
I know.
After 20 plus years of reading, I still think, oh my God, am I going to deliver the message correctly? You know, you still go into that whole, you know, can I trust myself sort of thing for a moment that sort of hits you, and then you go, oh yeah, it's okay. Just say it as it is and just, oh, thank you.
Hey, you're so welcome, Luna. Thank you very much. And Ginger, would you like a reading as well? If you have a question or whatever, give us a shout. So we were also talking about, before we came on, about spirit guides. And we've discovered that we hold the same belief system about spirit guides, in that they are fluid. Well, that was interesting. I think Pueo, I think Owl just flew by. Spirit guides, I believe, are fluid, that you don't have one guide. There's no limitation. It's not a being or a thing or an animal with you through your whole life. So here we go. Let's pop Ginger's question up. I'm feeling a nudge to take my spiritual talents to YouTube, searching for uniqueness. What's the energy surrounding this idea? Ooh, that's a great question. Oh, it's nice to have something.
Okay.
Apparently, though, it's not hard to answer, Ginger.
No. Okay.
I love it. I love it. Okay, let me take the question.
Oh, I like this. Okay. The first card is Four of Blades, which is the Scout card. So it's about looking ahead. Don't rush. Look ahead. Don't rush. That's the important thing I'm getting. Okay? Don't rush your journey. Look ahead. Observe. Take your time. Think about things carefully. Strategize. Plan. All those things are going to be able to create a sense of stability, a foundation to your ideas. Okay? Second card we have is Six of Shields, which is the giveaway dance. Okay, so it's a sense of surrendering, releasing the old. So it's not about it's about letting go of the old ideas and old perceptions. It's also letting go of other people's thoughts and ideas. Enable yourself to give unconditionally to your, don't think of having conditions to your channel. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You do what you want on your channel. I think that's really important. It's about what makes you happy on your channel. I think that's going to be a really important aspect. Next one I have is the Chief of Pipes. So this tells me it's a new adventure, new ventures, new possibilities. Okay, come from being a sense of practicality, but having passion about it too. Having a sense of passion. You think of the pipes or the wands as having passion, having creativity. All that's going to come into it. Oh, aloha. Hi, Ange.
Hi, Ange. How are you? Oh, now my chat's not working now. There we go. Oh, finally, there we are. Hi, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining.
So we're talking about a sense of having a sense of passion, creativity in this venture. I think that's going to be a really important aspect. Now I've got Maiden of Blades here. So it's the truth. It's your truth, your perception. It's nurturing those ideas. Okay? That's what's really important. It's about seeking the truth. Okay? You're seeking the truth in your own journey, your own self-discovery, if you like. It's about removing these dark thoughts and ideas and allowing yourself the perception to seek the truth that lies within you, your own truth, your own discovery of life is what I want to say. I don't know where that came from. It just popped out of my mouth. But that's really important for you. Okay, so we're looking at these cards. We're talking about looking ahead, making sure you're doing all the research, looking, observing, getting all the information that you need to be able to surrender to the journey. Let go of the old thoughts, the old perceptions of others, and allow yourself to give unconditionally to your channel, knowing that your channel is going to be full of adventure. Okay, it's full of passion, creativity. Okay, as you seek and nurture that truth that lies within you, it allows you to really look at removing the darkness, the dark perceptions, and allowing yourself to walk into the light in a way. Okay, Ginger, I hope that helps.
And I did my little shuffle around, and surprise, surprise, what came up? Smudging ceremony. And I thought, well, bummer, what's that about? And so when I asked, it is, the reason this came up twice is that you guys are both at the place, Luna and Ginger, you guys both are at the place where you're taking things from the mind, from the thinking about, into the creation part. So to bring it from out here and to bring it to the material world, some kind of material world action. So the smudging ceremony, saying a blessing, communicating your intentions verbally. I know you're putting it out there now, but to also do that verbally, speak your truth. To bring these things forward is, again, another step deeper into the creation process of calling these things to you, because the answers to your question already exists, and we're trying to call that to us. So,
hi, Trisha.
Oh, sorry, I took my glasses off. Hi, Trisha. Hello, aloha. Oh, you did a smudging yesterday. Nice. Let me see. I did have another card jump out, but I have to look it up. So we have the ancient forest.
Wow.
And
oh my God, as soon as you said that, I got like Tane, which is the forest, which is the Maori god of the forest. So it's all about it just hit me just like that. Whew.
Okay, so the card meaning, your roots go deep. Incredible, radiant, healing strength is available to you and grows within you. Do not doubt your abilities. And it's talking about there's support, go for your dreams. Your native spirit wants you to know that the tree people, the powerful life force of trees, can bring healing, strengthening, and grounding. Oh, so that makes sense now why it was with smudging, right? So again and again, grounding, bringing it back to the earth. I don't think I need to read anymore to know that that's what this is about. It's just time to call this dream of yours to you on earth, that it exists out there in the spirit world, and it's time to bring it in. And so let me know when you get your channel up. I'll be a guest for you.
Definitely. Me too, Ginger.
Yeah. And Trisha, yes, we're doing live readings. So if you have a question, let us know. Andrew, too. If you guys have questions, let us know. Oh, wait, Ginger, what does Ginger have to say here? I've been having a lot of feelings in my third eye area for a week or so. Any ideas? Number
Oh, thanks.
one, surround yourself with sapphire blue, number one, or wear sapphires if you have some. And let me see. Do you have any ideas, Paula? Any suggestions?
The first word that came into mind was actually lepidolite. Lepidolite, even though it's a purpley crystal, I actually find it realigns all the chakras. As soon as I touch lepidolite, my chakras, especially my third eye, everything comes into balance and allows me to see clearly with my third eye, but still being grounded. So it's a really good energy. Lepidolite is absolutely beautiful.
Yes, Luna's got to dash. Thank you so much for coming, Luna. Love to you.
Yeah. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, and I love lepidolite. I have a lepidolite ring too, and I agree. That is a very good one. And so that depends, though. When you're talking about having the sensations with this third eye, is it comfortable? Is it uncomfortable? Do you want to embrace this? Do you need to tone it down? What's going on? Can't ground enough. Cannot ground enough. Because if this really is you connecting to your spirit communication, going out there and flailing around out in the others is not the right direction.
Another thing I do, which I hadn't sort of said much about, is I actually stamp my feet. I find really, really good. I will just stand and just go 1, 2, 3 with my feet, and that brings the energy back down. So I'm feeling a little bit, so not so much up here, and allowing me to be a little bit calmer.
Cool.
Alternative.
Let me pop up Angie's question before I lose it here in the thread. My issues are family, trying to break free, and they keep trusting to pull me in and bring up the past. What messages do you both have for me regarding that? And so trying to pull her into the past. Okay. Yeah. Yes. People don't like it when you set boundaries. They're going to act out. They are going to be like little kids, especially if you have a role that served them, that was in their benefit. If you provided some kind of a support for them, or and especially if you're an empath, if you're taking on emotional work for other people. So if they're trying to pull you back in the past it's because they don't like you trying to take care of yourself and not make yourself wholly available to them.
What I got, my first word when I got the 8 of Shields was closure. It was really weird. I don't normally get that word for it, but I just got the word closure. Like there's a sense of trying to bring closure to the situation in some way. And this is like, to me, like the sand painter is normally about skills, finishing a task, etc. So yes, I suppose closure is part of that. Process. So that was the thing. Now the cards that actually sort of stuck out of the deck, which I sort of flipped onto the table. Okay. Got a few here. Okay. First one. Now we've got judgment. I'm looking at a few reversals here. So I've got judgment, but I've got upside down. So it's a sense of blocking you being your true self. It's like they're blocking you from being, like they're trying to block you from awakening in some way. Does that make sense, Ange? It's like they're blocking you. They're stopping you from awakening to who you truly are. They don't, I want to say with jealousy in some way. Does that make sense? There seems to be some sort of jealousy in some way, and it's just, okay, that's interesting.
That's exactly what I'm getting. Have you been trying to draw boundaries and make yourself less available to handle all their stuff? If you are the empathic family member, the scapegoat, then you've been doing all of their emotional processing for them because they don't have the capacity to do it. So you've been elected to do it. And so if you're trying to take care of yourself and draw boundaries, yeah, they're going to act out. Yeah, they're going to try and bring you back into the past because they want you to take care of them.
Yeah. See, I've got 3 of shields, again reversed. So I got that whole thing of trying to isolate you. I'm getting a very sense of trying to sort of isolate you in some way, in that you're not being recognized for what you're actually able to do, your skills. It's like they're not being supportive of you. Stop contracts, and yes, yes, the scapegoat. Wow.
How did I know that?
Okay. Next one I've got here is Warrior of Shields. Now, this is an interesting card to me because it's a very slow journey, but I also get a lot about animal whispering. So it's about connecting with your animal guide, your animal spirit, your spirit animal, however you like to call it. I think it's very important for you to work with your animal guide, and they're going to allow you to get the information that you need. I think that's going to be a really important part of your journey. Okay, we've got 6 of pipes, and we've got victory, but it's that upside down. So I still keep getting that family stopping you from being successful. It's like they're trying to block you. They're trying to stop everything they can do. So I got the Lover's card, okay, as the final card. So I got told that there is choices for you in the way that you court, you'll romance yourself in a way. I want to talk about romancing oneself. Instead of being romanced by other people, it's about you taking care of yourself. Romancing yourself is what I got from this card today. So a lot of it is about, yes, family stopping you, they're blocking you, they're stopping you from having the success that you need. So it's very much about what you can do for yourself. It's about your own choices, how you choose to take a step forward in the relationship, how you can romance yourself as well. Have a romantic relationship with oneself is so important. So it'll be interesting to see what cards Betsy got.
I got the card for Where You're Going.
Song of the Wild.
Yeah.
So it really follows that through.
Yeah, your journey is, it's time. It is time. Is it easy? No. And along with the Song of the Wild, when I pulled this card, I got a little bit of a nudge from the fairies that ride the wild hunt. So if you want to get serious about your protection and get your gear together for your own journey, to think of yourself as a member of that wild hunt, the warrior, the one that is badass, because they're here to help you, and they're supporting you. And a signifier I got was the talking stick. And so that to me is about you speaking your truth and sticking up for yourself. I know I'm taking it quite literally, talking stick.
Yeah, just looking at Angie, she got lion this week, and the first word I got was about roaring, being assertive, being really boundary forming.
Yeah.
Really, and that talking stick is really sort of.
And remember that those around you that don't like the boundaries that you're putting up, they're going to kick and scream like toddlers having a sugar meltdown in the middle of the grocery store.
Yep. Agreed, totally. Wow, isn't that amazing? Same cards. Wow, and that's interesting.
That's really cool. Yeah. I'm gonna pop back up to Trisha for a minute before I lose it. But if you guys have anything else, any other questions to ask, we can always circle back around. So Trisha C says, I do have a question. How do I release stress that's making me physically sick? The remote school and constant emails, always trying new things to get the kids to participate. Nothing works.
I got one card flew out. Whoa, card number 2. That hit me in the face. Okay. second. The first card that came out, let's have a look. Oops, I nearly forgot the other card that flew out. Right, first card. Oh, you're welcome, Ange. You're welcome. Handy fit. Okay, first card for Trisha is Warrior of Vessels. So Warrior of Vessels to me is this journey that brings news. Okay, so focus again on the question. What was the question again? Sorry.
Oh, let me pop them back up there. We're talking about we need to release stress.
Okay, how to release stress. Okay, so the first thing to do is when we're talking about stress is to slow. I'm just getting a sense of emotional slowness, just sort of a sense of, see how we're looking ahead at the water and deciding on which path to actually take. So looking at what news you're actually taking or what information you're actually bringing into your life. What information are you actually bringing in? Okay, that's the important thing to look at emotionally. What information are you actually accepting into your life? Okay, that's the first thing I got with that card there. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got quite a few cards sort of flipped out. So let's have a look. Here we've got 5 of Blades. Okay, 5 of Blades, and this is spiritualist. So you're looking at the connection with spirits or what entity, what I'm just getting a lot about what thoughts and perceptions is going on in your mind. Not necessarily from someone who's passed, but definitely I'm getting a lot of thoughts or things that are sort of causing a fight or a conflict within you. I feel like there's a lot of thoughts, a lot of perceptions and things. You're not allowing yourself to take a breath. Okay, you need to allow yourself some, I'm just getting very strongly, without even really looking at the cards here, is just this whole sense of being able to give yourself permission to have 20 minutes to yourself to try and recharge some of that energy. Okay, I think that's part of the process. And here I get 6 of Vessels, which is contentment. So it's about allowing to find a sense of happiness within all the chaos and stuff that's going out. So that's why I keep getting this sense of taking a breath, taking some time out to find a sense of happiness, contentment within this chaos that's going on around you. And that's going to allow you to do the healing that you need. I think that's really important. Again, we've got Ace of Pipes, but it's reversed. Okay, Ace of Pipes reversed is this sense, again, you've got this block, you've got this delay in being able to have a breakthrough because of all the chaos and everything that's affecting the internal within you. What's happening around you is affecting the internal. So it's important. I've just got like bark flowers or that sort of, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Rescue remedy. It's Bach rescue remedy.
Yeah, something like that is going to help you be able to cope emotionally with everything that's going on for you. It's going to allow the stress and everything just to try and calm you down just a notch to help release some of that stress. That's going to be really important. Okay, the rest of the pack that came through, we've got Justice reversed. Okay, so you've got Justice reversed. So you've got this whole sense of not being able to find a sense of equilibrium within oneself. Okay, I'm getting this not being able to find one's own balance. Okay, and there seems to be a lot of confusion. I want to say confusion around the situation that's going on. So I'm feeling a lot of confusion. Okay, so we've got 10 of Vessels, which is family, happy family. So it's a sense of being able to find a sense of happy. Again, I get that sense of happiness, completeness within the whole family unit, Trisha. It's about trying to find a sense of happiness within the family, and it's allowing them to have their sense of happiness within the family as well. So being able to, again, I get that sense of communication within the family, I'm getting a lot of emotional communication without shouting. Again, taking the deep breath and being able to listen to what others are saying as well as saying to self. Thunderbird, knowledge, of course.
Thunderbird.
I love that came out. So you've got the 9 of shields. So 9 of shields to me is a sense of, again, you've got that worry and stress and everything going on, but it's that knowledge coming from your past experiences, that knowledge that actually comes from being able to just take again, I keep getting that, take a breath, take a breath, take a breath, take a nice long deep breath, breathe in through the nose and in through the mouth. Now, the one thing I was taught is actually by a Hawaiian, actually, by this guy who came to visit us in New Zealand, and he talks about honoring your own magnificence. Okay, have you heard of this, Betsy?
No, it's the communication thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about using your vowels of your name. Like for me, as Paula, it's A-U-A. So it's ah. So you do that. So take the vowels of your name and use it. So Trisha, and just feel yourself calm down. When my kids were little, I would stand in the middle of the room and just go, oh, and the kids knew they were in trouble because I was angry and I just needed to calm down with all the stress and everything. So I would just say my vowels. Just go through the vowels. Ah, ooh, ah, oh, and just go through. And just feel the shift within your own body. And I'll tell you, it makes a huge difference.
That's powerful.
I haven't thought about that for ages, and it just came up.
That is so powerful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go say the vowels. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I. A. And feel how it resonates within your own body. It's amazing difference. You can do it in all sorts of ways. So hopefully that'll help. Now the last card I got was 9 of Pipes with Defiance. And I got told to turn this around. Okay, Trish? It's about doing what you want to do for you. Okay? It's about doing what you need to do for you, allowing you to persevere, keep going, and make sure that you are taking care of self. You have to take care of self so that you can take care of others. That's your number one. But you also have to take care of you. So allow yourself 20 minutes at some time to just recharge, whether that's a long soak, go for a walk, do what you love for at least 20 minutes or longer to be able to recharge. And hopefully we'll get you in a positive energy. That was a bit of a long one sort of coming through.
No, hey, because that question how do I reduce stress that's making me ill? That sounded like okay, but then there was a lot of subtext in there. There's a lot of layers to it. Because what I'm getting is, and without cards, is I got the word responsibility very loud and clear. And this is about defining whose responsibility belongs to whom, what belongs to who. And this is, I keep getting really strongly the word delegate better. Delegate, delegate, delegate. You're doing a lot. You have a lot to do, but there are people that are letting you work harder than you need to. And when I was young, I was around some people that would say, well, well, they'll let you work just as hard as you will.
That's right.
Yeah. So this is about coming back to boundaries again. Is there going to be some acting out? Yes. Is there going to be some frustration and disappointment on your end? Most likely. Stick to your guns. And this is because this is a long haul project. This is not just for this period of time with COVID and what's going on in the world. This is a lesson that can serve you well for the rest of your life about delegating and about not taking on more responsibility than is absolutely necessary. Wait, let's see. What's Trisha has said is, I've had every allergy all year long now, and I'm in bed sweating and coughing, and it's just getting worse and worse. Yeah, yes, I understand that one. When I feel really, really unsafe and vulnerable in a situation, I will come down with something very similar to that, or at least, or I don't want to say I will. I have in the past. It is, yeah. Well, and here's your time. You're in bed sweating and coughing, and it's just getting worse and worse. So here is absolutely the time to do just exactly that. Say, hey, mom's in bed sweating, and I don't want to make you guys sick. If I come out there, I'm going to be wheezing my sick mom breath on you. I'm staying in here where you guys are safe.
Yep.
I would, and I got the card from my deck, Nature Spirits. So this is about, again, taking care of yourself. And so I'm not sure where you are geographically. If it's snowing outside, I'm going to say turn to your inner nature, your true nature, the spirit of your nature, and do as Paula was saying. Lock yourself in the bathroom, get in the bathtub, lock yourself in the closet with the headphones on and listen to your favorite album. It doesn't matter what you do, just that it's something for you and you alone. And is it, yeah, I just, in my head, I'm imagining a busy family with with people depending on you, clamoring about you all the time for assistance. And these people are going to have to learn how to live a life. They need skills to live a life, and now's the time. Now's the time. If you have some very, very young ones, of course, they need a lot of care, but you need help.
Yep.
Somebody's going to have to step up, and it's more than one somebody. I'm getting the feeling that there's maybe 3 people who could be doing more around you right now.
Oh, you're so welcome, Trisha. So welcome.
Yeah, so welcome. Oh, we've still got 10 minutes. This has been so much fun. Jonathan, if you have a question, or if anybody else has a question, Trisha, we'll be thinking of you. I know I'll be thinking of you for the rest of the day and tonight. I'll be 3 teens. Oh, girl. Oh, boy. Okay.
3 teens. Yeah, that was made sense.
Yeah. Well, the good news is they can read and write. They can figure out how to use a washer and dryer.
Yep.
It comes with a book. Give them the book.
Goes away and things like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, this has been so much fun.
It's been fantastic.
I love the decks that you have been sharing with us. Here we go.
Fantastic. That's from your reading. Aquamarine bracelet now. Oh, you got one. Brilliant. Fantastic.
Awesome. And
eucalyptus
bath. Yes.
Yes, but make sure it's only a couple of drops. Please don't put in too much, otherwise it'll burn the skin.
Yeah, that's some heavy duty stuff. You don't want that. Yeah.
Strong. eBay is my friend. Jonathan. It's from the life reading I did.
Cool. Yeah, I wish I had Jonathan's shopping skills. I do not.
Oh, that's
Um,
nice.
so, wow.
What an hour. Basically.
I know. It's a host. I'm well, no dead air. You can't have dead air, but it's like, wait, I need a minute.
Yeah.
I need a minute. Yeah. This has been great, Jonathan. If you were here earlier, we were Paul and I were talking about how we have the same thoughts about spirit guides being fluid. Oh, hi, Starry. Um, and how our ghost busting routine is pretty similar too. So wondering if I could ask a question. Is anyone coming through for me? Okay. Tricia says she's going to replay this a couple of times, sending lots of love vibes. We're sending love vibes to you, girl. I hope you feel better. Man, I understand.
Wow, this is interesting.
Oh, what? Oh, sounds like there's more than one.
Yeah, there's three. Okay, the first card that came through. This is interesting. Three of blades with morning written on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, I have to get a different deck. Pardon me for just a moment.
Just shift. I got card morning. Okay, so you're definitely grieving. There's someone that you've lost that's very, very close to you. There's a lot of grief, a lot of heartbreak, and things you're going through. Okay, next one I got was journey. So it's definitely a journey, allowing you to sort of, it's like you've been holding on to this energy. And it's like you're being asked to sort of move forward in some way. It's time for you to sort of move into smoother waters. It's time to process some of the healing. Now, this is going to take some time. This is not a short journey. I know this is a very long journey for you. This is definitely a long, long journey. Now, the last one I've got is cultivation with the Five of Shields. So this to me is a sense of cultivating, a sense of nurturing the journey that lies ahead for you. That now, again, I keep getting a very slow healing journey coming through. So it'll be interesting to see what Betsy had overall. So I'm just getting a very, yes, you're dealing with a lot of grief, and I can understand that. This is going to be a very slow journey as you move into easier waters. It's not going to be, I don't want to say it's complete, but it's allowing you to sort of move into a better headspace so things can be a little easier to cope with on a daily basis. It is about cultivating your journey in some way, is what I'm getting here. So I'm not sure what else Betsy's saying.
Yeah. So before I actually have I drew a couple of cards from a different little thing I have. But there's a couple of things to say first, and that is, Starry, if you've been hoping someone is going to help you, on a human being, if there's going to be somebody who's going to assist you, either a mentor or a partner or a friend or a family member that's going to come in and kind of scoop you up. No, this is time for independence, and to speak your truth. So instead of hoping someone else can speak it for you, it's time for you to become accustomed to speaking your truth more. Honesty, and really, really deep down inside who you think you are. And I think this is going to be a little bit of an exploration about finding out who you are. It seems like there's some layers that you're going to go deeper into for the real you, that there's parts of you out there that are easily recognizable, but there's a piece of you deep within you that is just now waiting to come out. Is it an easy trip? I don't know, because we have the root chakra. So we're talking about your sense of safety in the physical world. Do you feel safe on this journey in the physical world? It could be that it is a very deeply personal, spiritual journey that might rub up against some of the norms within your social circle and family. But this is your journey for you, yours and yours alone. I don't get the sense that somebody's going to, even on the spiritual plane, I'm not getting anybody stepping in with any kind of instructions for you. This is your time to bloom, to really learn to love yourself and really, really embrace the beauty of who you are, if that makes sense.
Okay, I've just got told to sort of shuffle one of these Songs of My Heart. This is by a New Zealand artist. Just Songs of My Heart. I just got told to shuffle this. So let's just have a look. I just feel like there's an affirmation that's going to help during this grieving process that you'll go through.
Oh boy.
Did you just see that? Ooh, great mystery.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got the card that just flew. Just about hit me in the face as the deck did. Oh, glasses here. Now,
knocked your glasses off. It was so intense.
Okay, I defeat obstacles. Okay, like the majestic Linda Pass, I stand steadfast in hard times. Okay, sorry, I defeat obstacles. So it's allowing yourself to actually stand in yourself and believe in yourself. I think that's such an important process here, is for you to actually believe that you can cope through this journey on your own, in your own time, being able to move into smoother waters so that you're able to cope better. It's about you standing in your own belief.
Yeah. You're safe being you. You are safe being you.
Isn't the artwork beautiful?
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
She's on Etsy. Hand me that pencil. I've got most of her decks.
Oh yeah, I've heard everybody talking about Hand Me That Pencil. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a beautiful artist.
Yeah. Jonathan asked about doing a general. We're at an hour.
Sure, we can skip. Can we skip one in?
We can. I can do it if you can do it. Can you stay, Jonathan? If you can stay.
No plans. I left myself open, so there's no plans. So
cool.
Let's do.
And Ginger wanted to know what was that deck again?
Oh, this one, the Songs of My Heart. Whoops.
Songs of My Heart.
Yeah, you'll find beautiful. This here is very any body shape, any color, in any age. Oh, I can do this.
Oh, jeez, what happened here? Everything went crazy.
So you can see, whoops, lots of color in the different colored people. You know, like there's no one race. So it's a beautiful, beautiful deck. That's what I like about Hand Me That Pencil. So yeah, that's it. Songs of My Heart.
Cool.
Okay, Jonathan. I'm going to use the Maori Tattoo Tarot. Yeah, because you've got the Native American Tarot too, Jonathan. So I'm going to do you for a general. What was the question? General love.
Question was, I'd love a general reading.
I'd love a general. That was the word. I thought it was general. Okay, I'd love it. Gotcha. Okay, general reading for Jonathan. Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, I feel some spark coming. Some sparks are coming. I've got Ace of Wands here, and I've just got the word spark. So I feel like there's some spark coming, like there's some energy, some fire energy coming through. I definitely feel like there's a sense of inspiration. I want to say inspiration, something inspiring you, Jonathan. So something inspiring you. So in the next two cards I got was Temperance. So definitely about moderation, making sure that you don't go allow yourself to be too extreme in whatever decision you choose to walk ahead in. One. And what Chief of Swords. So I feel like there's a lot of thinking being done, a lot of ideas, a lot of inventiveness. I would say inventiveness, like you're inventing something new, or you create, no, I definitely feel like, I guess keep you the word inventing something new. So it's like there's a new idea, a new plan that's yet to be put into action. This is telling me it's time to put it into action. Whatever this idea or plan is, it's time to put it into action. So what are you doing, Jonathan?
He's making jewelry.
Yeah.
He's been doing
do it. Maybe there's more to it. More to it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. He's making his own system of runes.
Oh. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Should we have a look at there it is. Spiritual guardian. Money up. So it's very much about connecting to your guardian spirit, knowing that you're protected, but also about connecting to, you're talking about your runes. I feel it's very much connected to your guardian, your guide, your spirit within yourself. So it's an interesting one. Yeah.
I just had half my deck fall on my lap. But only one made it down to my feet, so I'm keeping that one.
Right, okay. Cool. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, okay. So yeah.
Spirit Keeper of the
East. So yeah, it's new beginnings. So don't look to the past to help formulate this. It's not something you've already walked. It is going to be a new venture. Yes. And I was when Paula was pulling her cards or your cards and giving your reading, in my head I was shuffling around in timelines from your past life, your current life, and then I got future life. That whatever this thing coming is, whatever you're working on, this nudge that you're getting right now, it's a paving the way for the next lifetime or your lifetime ahead. It's going on simultaneously anyway, right? But this is for a future Jonathan life somewhere ahead. I don't know. I don't know where, but somebody just hollered 2035. So I don't know what that has to do with it, but somebody just hollered 2035. But I'm getting that this is not this incarnation. They're referring to that this is a setup for preparation for another life further down into the future. So
that whole preparation, that actually starting to take action is going to prepare you for later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I love it when the future lives come in.
I love that. This has been fantastic. Oh, wow.
This has so much
reading. Interesting.
so much fun. Oh my gosh. This hour went by quickly and I feel so energized and charged up and so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone in the room that's been here with us on this chat. And thank you, Paula, so much for coming on my wee little baby channel. I really appreciate it so much.
Thank you for having me. This has been just marvelous. This has just been fantastic. It's so nice to communicate with like-minded souls and to be part of a, not just a community, but it feels like such a family that you can choose to be with.
Yes.
It's blood, or it's not you're not forced into it. It's because you want to be here, and that's what's so wonderful. You don't have to go to those those family reunions when you get forced to do something. You're forced to go to that family reunion or that family party or celebration. This is such a freedom to have it, and I just love it. I love that whole
too. And when we find those like minds, I find it healing, because it's not just that it's validation that who you are and you in your truth, but it's so healing to find other folks that share those things. Because we're not meant to be complete hermit cards our whole life. We are meant to be together.
But what I love about it too is to know that some of our practices, we're not crazy, that we actually have similar practices in so many ways, even though we're on opposite sides of the world here. We're on 23 hours apart, basically. 23 hours we are apart, and yet our practices are so similar. And our to the land is, the fact that we're both living in Polynesian lands, and that whole respect of the land is such a part of our own practice.
Absolutely.
That whole connection is just, I love it.
Well, would you be willing to come back on as a guest again, and we do some kind of spirit guide? Just spend the whole hour.
Yeah.
Spirit guides?
Yeah, I'd love to.
That would be so cool. Especially if we had a chat room like we do today with folks that there's been some common threads coming through. Yeah. Then I have a feeling those messages could be very strong.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that would be so much fun. My goodness. So Ginger Faye, Ginger Faye, 2035 equals 1. And thank you, everyone. Yes.
Well, that's interesting. Angie says you had completed your second Saturn return at 69. Wow. That's interesting.
Wow. That is interesting. 12:12 here on Maui. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're 12 minutes past 11 here. But remember, we're the day ahead. We're Friday.
Yes. A day ahead, yes. Oh, yeah, this was a great group together. I know, I'm trying to stall not to have to sign off.
Hurry, it's like we talk for ages. It's just so neat to be with such like-minded people that have traveled such an interesting journey in their own right, whatever that journey was or is or will be.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just wonderful. There's just nothing better.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to let you off the hook. I'm going to turn off the broadcast, and Paula, if you'd hang in for just a minute. Yeah. And guys, we'll see you again soon. I have Psychic Sisters play date coming up on Sunday with me and my sister, Penny. She is an animal communicator. She can communicate with humans too. So, we can just push her and make her talk with us, but she's an animal communicator. And so we're going to be doing live readings again on Sunday. So it's 6 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Hawaii time. And I'm going to put the poster up here very soon. All righty, gang? Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Aloha.
Jonathan, some lives go for 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.